and he's put this presentation on one game, and I'm to this day I still think it's the presentation he did for the job, right? That he's give the board. I swear to God, I think it is. Right. It's all fireworks. It's all gleaming. The shots of the stadium, players, trophies, the Rangers history, and I'm going. He's definitely give this to the board. And then he's got into his style of play. So he was in, where was he? Qatar or something like that?
Yeah, Qatar.
Yeah. So he's got these lads playing footy, bang, passing the ball, saying, lads, this is how I want us to play football for Glasgow Rangers. And we're like, lad, it's 90 odd degrees out there. It's walking football. No one's putting any pressure on you. You know what I mean?
It's not somebody's going to be smashing you, mate.
Lad, we could still play at that level now. And we're sat there going, he doesn't know what it means to put that blue top on, to go to an away ground. You're not going to get it that easy. And it was just too blinkered, mate. Too blinkered. He lost the line.
I heard that about the presentation. There was always fireworks and like money signs coming.
Fireworks, bing, bang, bang. The lads were like, freaking hell, what's going on? It was better than the actual talk.
300 at Pataudry. And then
I heard that was sensational. But 1-3-0 that day, though.
I know.
See, when you all sitting watching that, he's all tapping each other.
No, it was just one of them, like, where's it going with this? And then fucking just the scene for 300 with a looking there and it was just Pataudry just standing in the middle. It was mad. Just one of them where nobody's expecting it either. So, do you know what I remember? I don't know if you can remember this. Do you remember when we were playing Kelly at Rugby Park and he named our team in his press conference, he just named the starting 11? And Miles Bierman had made his first start for Rangers out of nowhere, left back, and we went and played Kelly at Rugby Park the next day, and Connor, obviously no daft, they played Connor Sam in right wing. So all he did was just zing diags onto Connor Sam for 60 minutes, and young Miles just couldn't do it, and he was tiny. But even then I was like, why is he just named the team out of nowhere? Baz will confirm this as well. I think he's actually got a video on his phone. He had Baz out in the afternoon practicing his tackling. He's a left winger. Do you remember that? Practicing his tackling.
With Pedro though?
Pedro had him and Baz on the pitch.
So Pedro would be dribbling him and
No. So what he would do is like the floatable mannequins you just bounce into.
Yeah.
He would pass it to that and Baz had to go in and slide tackle it. And then after the slide tackle would maybe pass a ball down the line and Baz could
somebody
shoot.
did video, I'm sure it was
somebody videoed it for the physio room or something like that.
What's going on here? Oh my fuck, we need to get this on video.
That's incredible.
That's a slide tackle a mannequin.
You met Pedro, didn't you?
Oh my God.
Oh, you were going for the job, weren't you, the first team coach?
I'm glad, mate. I just went, and the guy never got Rangers. I don't care what anybody says.
See what you said to him? That done the rounds in the dressing room. Everybody was loving it.
No, but I went in and he was asking about going. He was asking about the Scottish game, and I started talking about Pataudry, Tynecastle, Easter Road, Fir Park, horrible places to go. You've got to change, you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got to roll your sleeves up, make sure you win the battle, and he's looking at me thinking, no, I play this way and this way only. I says, it's not going to operate, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at Rangers, and he just looked at me, and I thought, I have no chance of this job. And I walked, I'm glad I never got it, because see, to be honest with you, if I did work with him, I'd probably get sacked after 3 or 4 weeks, because the guy never got what Rangers is all about. What was saying the rounds, Andy?
What you said to him, I don't know if it's true or no, but do you want me to say what?
I don't care,
So apparently he said to you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And you went, sitting in your seat, getting your job.
I love that.
No, so that, but everybody loved it. You're like, fucking 5 years, what way, 5 weeks?
That's right, I was at the end of the meeting, and he just looked and he's done that, right, thanks, nice to meet you.
What I will say is, what I think you say if you're trying to get a fucking first team coach job, I want your fucking job.
Right, man.
I love that.
How were guys that he brought in? What was Penny like? Obviously that used to put so much mousse in his hair. What was he like as a player? Was he decent?
Well, when he first signed, he obviously brought in quite a lot of foreign players and whatnot, but I remember Kenny Miller telling me this story, man. It was tremendous. So he'd obviously put Kenny Miller in at the time when he was at Kenny, signing this player from Mexico. He's the Mexican Messi. He's brilliant, honestly, so top quality, but he's a bit crazy, no? Bit crazy. You need to look after him. Mate, he was Messi, all right. Like, this guy was he was the modern alcoholic, mate. Like, he would just come in, stinking a bevy all the time. Oh, stinking it. I never really had for the time he came in, I was only there for maybe a month, but honestly, he was just always stinking of booze.
Pedro's give us the pre-season dates, and we was in ridiculously early. Like I can't remember what it was, but it was like unheard of. We got like 9 days off in the summer. Carnes is like, I've got my stag do. Like, I'm gonna have to go see him. Knocks on his door. Gaffer, I won't be able to get a few days extra off, would you? Because I've paid for my stag do, like in Vegas. I think he's paid like for all his mates. He's paid like 30 grand or something. Yeah. I don't care. I do not care. You come and train. And he comes down and all the lads are pissing themselves, but he's fuming. He's absolutely fuming. And he comes in, cancels his stag do, goes a beef for 3 days instead. Just like
Pedro,
that's, as soon as then I was like, he's not going to be here next season after that, 100%.
Beat for progress in Europe.
Yeah.
That must have been a low night. How was the dressing room after that game?
Yeah, weird. Like, strange. We was all just sat there like, the bus was delayed because the fans were fuming.
Because Pedro was out arguing with fans, wasn't he?
Yeah, we didn't know that at the time.
Well, you're Pedro in the bush, didn't you?
Where are you sitting when you're watching that?
On the bus. I genuinely was thinking, I'm going to need to go in here and get him out of that bush. I did. What was that? 36, 37?
So are you sitting on the bus, headphones on or whatever, and then do you see him walk to the bush?
No, it's just I could see, right, we're sitting and it was like somebody says the fucking gaffer's there in the bush. Arguing with the fans. And you could see, obviously you see the pictures now, it's like, I thought I need to go and just fucking get him in here. Like,
and who does eventually go and get him?
I think he was one of the security guys or somebody wants security or like, come on, you need to get on the bus, come on. But he was obviously
picking jagging nails with his suit.
He's got a couple of thorns in his stiffy grass.
See where they ran with him in the bush. That's incredible, isn't it? With that,
Kenny Miller. Kenny Miller told it on you. He's the one that went and dragged him at the bush, didn't he?
Kenny was saying, I just turned and he's in a bush.
We were on the bus. Generally, we were on the bus.
So what's your memories of that game, right? So the game finishes.
So we won.
Did you go off his nut after the game?
We won the home leg. It was like 1-0, and I think obviously we lost the away leg, got put out. And like, boys, like, obviously my second game, like, changing room was upside down, like, all sorts of boys want to leave, like, Pedro bringing in all sorts of
like Penna and all that.
Aye, Candeas, Bruno, Buff,
Dalcio.
Aye, so Herrera, he wanted to bring in all his foreign boys. Change rooms upside down, get put out, and then we're on the bus, and like, just see all the security and that, like, shouting over, and turn around, he's in the bush arguing with fans.
Aye, hip high in the bushes.
That's amazing.
Couldn't even see through.
But he had a bit about him. Pedro, like.
He was fiery. He was fiery, definitely.
Would he be like that with players as well?
Aye.
He'd like have a proper go at you?
Aye. I like boys, if he would ask you and you have a bit back, he'd have a bit right back with you, like ding dong.
Would you? Aye. Did you ever hear that one?
Nah, I didn't.
I
had about 8.
Did you?
Aye, type.
What, in front of players?
Aye.
What can you remember what they were about? Just about like.
I don't know if do you remember the one? It was a Friday before a game against Celtic, and he was shaping up Celtic in a 3-5-2.
Aye.
I was like, I never played 3-5-2. I was like, I need to say something here. I was in the jobbies, so I wasn't playing. I was like, Pedro, I told Gaffer, I was like, Celtic don't play a 3-5-2. And he's like, you questioning me in front of the players? I was like, aye, because they don't play a 3-5-2. Sent me in. Sure enough, Celtic play 4-3-3 like they did for the previous 6 years the next day. So I don't know what the fuck you were watching for the last 3 weeks, but they never played a 3-5-2.
Away you in, it's 3-5-2, alright? Tom Boyd's told us, speaking of Boydie, they're changing it for us.
Do you remember the meeting where when he accused me, Waldo and Kenny Miller of leaking the team?
Aye.
Mate, he accused us of leaking the team every week. But that's been a thing at Rangers for the last 10 years, innit? Every year somebody gets questioned about leaking teams, like, oh.
And did you, Kenny and Waldo, like, go back at him straight away?
We were just straight away like that, like.
You can't even say that to players.
No. Like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? I think it all started because, like, it was before an Old Firm game, and I think a journalist at Kenny is, like, partly been known for a while, had leaked the team. So straight away he's obviously tied that in, and he said to me, Kenny and Waldo, in front of all the boys in a team meeting, like, 3 of your teammates are leaking the team. Like, what? Mental.
Wow.
But it's like you said, he would have a go, like, he was fiery. You know what I mean? He would argue with people.
His training was mental, innit?
Somebody said
his training was mental. He used to do a finishing drill where you had like the boxes and the bungees out. So you used to be like doing like step ups onto like a box. You used to have to unclip
used to have to unclip yourself out a bungee and sprint and finish.
Aye.
Oh, wow.
Boys jamming their fingers on that.
Can I get to it?
No, it would be like said slow, wouldn't it? Like,
Taking you back on the bungee because you can't get.
What was his assistant's name? That was fucking
Pedrito.
no. So he's it just reminded me because he said that he had an assistant used to join in training
From
and he was
Bullshit.
fucking
played for
loved her.
PSG.
Aye. And one day, do you remember the analysis where they had the old clips of this guy playing? He's like, this is the guy you used to laugh at every day. What's his name, mate?
Okay.
And obviously he was brilliant 30 years ago. He's 60 now, why is he training with us?
And he'd get the set plays out and he'd be like, you front space, we're all looking at the book and he's like, you, and we're like, who? And he's like, him.
Aye.
Didn't know the name. Just say him.
Danny. Danny. It'd be fucking Barry Mackay. Danny, front post.
That is unreal.
Hey, Danny here, mate. I remember we played Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, right? We're done 0-0 at half. You know what it was like, mate? I've talked about me getting subbed in the first half against Celtic. This guy used to make subs at half time every week. So I remember we played Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, 0-0. The game was terrible. We were playing shite. And he's got the flip chart and he's writing the team, right? She's like, writing the start, the 11 for the second half, right? He used to get people's names wrong all the time. So, honestly, you need to ask people about this because we talk about it all the time. Left wing, there was a name Robbie, right? Mate, we're looking about, we don't have a Robbie in the team. So we're looking about. So he's obviously making changes at half time, which we know, right? We're looking about Robbie left wing, right? So oh my God, we've not got a Robbie. He's got the wrong name. So I'm like, I was the captain for the game. This was like 2-3 games into his tenure, like where the relationship wasn't that bad. So I was like, I'm going to say something like, because it's embarrassing. Obviously, it's not really his fault. It's language barrier. Maybe it doesn't know everybody's names. But I was like, after like 5 minutes, I was like, Gaffer, who's Robbie? She said, Robbie. Pointed to Barry Mackay. Robbie, left wing. And Barry Mackay, like, monotone, I'm Barry. So,
tremendous, man.
Another one half-time sub. We played Motherwell at Ibrox. Mate, he subbed 3 defenders at half-time. Well, 1-0 down for 3 midfielders. So we went 3 at the back. Me left centre-half, Mike O'Halloran right centre-half, and Rob Kiernan. I think it was Rob Kiernan, centre-half. Mate, honestly, mental. Just absolute screwball.